What's up, guys? Gold Gaming here, back with another tank review. So just before the start of this video, as I always say, if you want to send me replays, please feel free to hit that link down in the description. It will take you to my Discord, where you can post any replays on the respective channel, as well as an email down in the description, where you can email me replays, of course with a short description, so I know what I'm looking for, and we'll see if we get onto the channel. So today, I am bringing you a review of the Object 252U, one of the, probably one of the best armored heavies in the game. Part aside from the E75 TS, which is unfortunately a tank I do not have. But we are going to go into this as, if we go into the store, it is stupid cheap. Like, I'm telling you, you can get the tank with all the equipment for only 5,000. That is stupid cheap for this thing, for what this thing usually sells at, which is about 10,000 gold. So, if you're watching this, of course, in the future, past Black Friday, you won't really worry about this. But if you're watching this before Black Friday, I would recommend getting this. This is a very, very good heavy. So let's actually get to the replay. Of course, before we get started, I do want to go in. This is my equipment's loadouts. I do run the gun rammer. I do also run improved modules and optics. Enhanced gun laying drive, primarily because the aim time is very, very slow. I do also have improved assembly for the extra HP. The engine accelerator. This thing is kind of slow. It's not like painfully slow, but you know, just that extra bit of speed helps. Consumable delivery system, the toolbox for repairs, and then the vertical stabilizer. The reason why I'm not running the refined gun is because you're not going to be taking shots at long range. This is a front-lining, haul-down heavy. And you go ahead and go to the provisions. I, of course, am running the double rations for the crew, and then the improved fuel. When we go to consumables, I am running my the default layout of the multi-purpose restoration kit, the engine booster, and the adrenaline. Alright, let's get on to compare tanks. Alrighty, here we are in compare tanks. As you can see, I got the Object 252U up against the Lover, the E75 TS, the VK 168.01P, and the T34 Independence, along with the IS5. So as we're going to see, there is a little bit of red across this board, and a little bit of green as well. If we look in the firepower departments, DPM across the board, this thing has fairly decent DPM. It is lower than the tanks I have here, so it's roughly in the middle when it comes to all Tier 8 heavy tanks. Another thing you notice is I do have strictly premium tanks up on the board as well. We're not doing any tech tree yet. Of course, the Lover ETS, or E75 TS, the T34 Independence, and the IS5 have better DPM. Primarily because this thing has a 13-second reload, as we can see, and with the exception of the VK, all the other tanks have really good reloads. Another thing to notice, this thing does have a 420 alpha. The VK is the only one that has a higher alpha, but you pay for that in a longer reload. What is it? 122 caliber gun, which is, you know, about average. So you know, you will get through most armor. And then, of course, you go down to aim time. Just about every other tank on this board has a better aim time. Which is why I'm running the aim time equipments, enhanced gun lane drive, and the vertical stabilizer. And we go down to dispersion. This thing does have 6 degrees of gun depression. It is it's workable. At least it's not 5 degrees like the IS5. So it is workable when it comes to gun depression, and it has a fairly decent elevation. We go to speed. It has an average top speed of 35 kilometers per hour, and a painfully slow reverse at 14 kilometers per hour. And then, of course, we go to the armor. Let me go ahead and zoom in. We're going to see we got 250 on the front of the turrets, 150 on the side, and 100 on the rear. And if we go and scroll across the board, with the exception of the T-34, this thing has the best turret armor. We go to the hull, 130 on the front, 100 on the sides, and 90 on the rear. Of course, there are a couple tanks that have better armor, but you do also have to realize this thing is a pike nose that is sloped, so you will generate quite a few bounces. Which brings us to the next topic in Armor Inspector. So here we are in Armor Inspector. So we can see we got the object, which is going up again, which is being shot by the Action X. And I will switch it up to another heavy tank, and we can compare the difference at a higher caliber. So right off the bat, of course, you can see there is a lot of red. I don't know why there is a pen spot right there. Once you move it, it goes away for some reason, but we will ignore that for the purpose of this video. So you can see there is a lot of red on the turrets and the front of the hull. You do have to worry about that hatch hatches, as they are both pennable, especially when you're up close. You can see there is a pike nose, so when you over angle, this side of the pike nose becomes pennable, the other side is not. Another thing, notice is it has a huge lower plate, and just about everything will go through. As you can see, it is only 225 effective armor, and if we go ahead and put it down, it is, very, very, very thin. So just about every tank will go through that lower plate, so you do have to worry about that. Which brings up the next topic. This thing is a monster side scraper. You can side scrape in this thing all day, and you will always, always, always generate bounces. If you can, of course, keep that gun in between the two drive wheels at the front, kind of like how it is now. The upper front will not be pennable, as well as the sides. You do have to worry about the tracks, as of course your tracks will be knocked off. But if you're hiding that lower plate, the front lower plates, this thing is pretty much invincible. Of course, you have to worry about the hatches, but if you're wiggling your turret, rocking back and forth, moving forward, backwards, you're going to be very hard to hit. The gun mantlet does say there's a 70% chance, but that is just space armor, so you'll get through the gun mantlet itself, but you won't get through the front of the turrets. Let's go ahead and switch it to a higher caliber tank. Alrighty, so here is the ISU 152. That's going to be shooting the object, and of course, as you can see, there is still a lot of red when front on. That lower plate is, of course, pennable, but the turret and the front plate is not. Now, if we do go ahead and bring it to a side scraping position, right about here, if I can grab that gun, hang on. Of course, keeping the gun in between the track wheels, that side does have a 34% chance, so there is a chance that the ISU will go through. But of course, if you're side scraping around the side of the building, those sides are not going to be pennable. What you do have to worry is, we will see in a couple replays, tanks do HE the side of you when you are hauled down, so they do damage, but they're not going to give full, it's just going to be splash. And also, if you're using that 6 degrees of gun depression over a hill, of course, the turret and that upper plate is not going to be pennable. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get on to those replays. Alrighty, so today I have 3 replays. 2 of them are from me, and 1 of them was sent to me through Discord. Thank you to that person when we get to. I won't say the name yet, primarily because I forgot it. But we'll go ahead and get on with this first replay. So the thing I want to highlight in this replay is the hull down positions I take. I am going to mostly say hull down, and this E75 is going to, make me mad. But we're not going to fret on it for too long. We are on dead roll. As we can see, we are on the north spawn. We're going to pull up to a decent hull down position for any tank that has good turret and 6 degrees of gun depression, because you can get that gun over without exposing too much. So first up, we got the IS-3 that was spotted. We're going to put a shot into him, and the Tortoise is trying to make a run for it. We also got the E75 over there that is hiding behind the rocks. That is another good hold-on position if you got good accuracy. Of course, he is going to hit my lower plates. I am extended too far. I'm going to go ahead and aim. As you can see, the horrible aim time. But I do go ahead and put a shot in, as the RNG was on my side for that shot. Torres is down to 8 potential one-shots, and I do get hit again because I was overextending. If I was to pull back some more, that lower plate would not be as pennable. I do switch to HE to try to see if I get a shot on, but he pulls back he just gets behind the ridge before a chance to shoot, and I am spotted again. So I am going to go ahead and look for a shot, but our AMX does take him out. Again, pulling back, looking for shots on the E75. And I miss. Thank you, RNG. And now, as you can see, if we look at the mini-map, it is just him. We got a couple of heavies down at B, or enemy heavies down at B. Our team is mostly on the right side of the map, so I'm going to go ahead and push forward and try to see if I can occupy this E75. I'll be honest with you, I thought I had the supports of our E75 and our ETSs over there. So, I do go ahead and pull forward. You see, the gun depression is not working against me. I am in a good position. He cannot get through my lower plates as it is not showing. So I do go ahead and pull forward at an angle, and I do go ahead and bounce him, and I have to switch to APCR, and I do put one through that lower plate on him. I do go ahead and get into a face-hugging position. He hits my upper plates. He's probably using his Primo as well. I do go ahead and aim for that hatch, and I do get shot by, I'm not sure which tank. Which tank was that? I'm actually not too sure as they are not spotted. I do take a little bit of random damage, and he gets shot again. You see, he is aiming for my hatch. I get my gun in the way, and he bounces on the gun, and I was taken out by one of the medium tanks. So, this, of course, is the reason why I have 3 replays, as I am going to go ahead and end it right there. And the team did comfortably win. I did get a 3rd class, only doing 1,000 damage, making 53,000 credits, and no kills. I'm going to go on to the team. I, of course, was not top of the leaderboard. Our RHM Borsig did a fairly good job. And, next replay. Alrighty, we are on Hemelsdorf this time. This is a supremacy game. This is another one of my replays again. This is going to be a longer battle. Don't worry, I do not get eliminated. But this is going to illustrate the side-scraping capabilities of this tank. As I said, this is a monster at side-scraping. Hemelsdorf is not a fun map. There is wreckage debris like that right there that you can hide behind and essentially get shots off, but it is mostly flat. So tanks like the Object, the E75 TS that have really good sides that can side scrape dominate on this map, especially around corners like this. As you can see, I am getting into that side scraping position. Of course, hiding that front plate, and let me wait to see get out of the aiming. I'm going to go ahead and pause it when I get a chance. I do miss, and I'm going to pause it right here. Hang on. So I was HE'd right there, and hang on, I'm trying to get into a position so I can show you the side scraping. Never mind. Probably not this replay. So unfortunately, I was not reloaded, and I do switch to that HE, trying to see if I can get a shot on. And the Russian dispersion takes play, and RNG was not against me on that shot as I dunk it into the ground. Our FCM is going on a YOLO run, and the Annihilator pulls right in front of me as I was about to take a shot. But I do go ahead and not take a shot there, but get one in on the side for a fairly decent roll. So I'm going to pull full forward again, and I realize that this Annihilator is not going to get out. And no matter how hard I try, I'm just not going to be able to get a shot on that KB3. So I'm going to go ahead and relocate to red run to the other side where the Helsing is. And, well, I was, and then I noticed the IS-6, who is making a very aggressive push and also on very low damage. So you go ahead and pull around, put one into the side, bring it down to a one-shot, and the enemy yeah, E25 is complaining. So you go ahead and pull forward, hit the reload, or the adrenaline, and take him out for my first kill. I'm going to go and turn around and pull forward to where the E25 is. That way I can, put my gun to use. As I did say, this thing does have a really good penetration, and if you can get shots like that, of course, it is great. And yeah, I'm going to pull forward using the KV-3 as cover. Of course, watching the E25, I do take all 3 shots from the Annihilator, but I do put a nice one in and damage his ammo rack. Watching the E25 as I don't want to get hit, that thing is annoying to deal with, especially if he goes into a face-hugging position. So I'm going to go pull forward. Unfortunately, do not get the shots on the Annihilator, but I do go ahead and put a shot into the side of the E25 as he does pull forward and gets eliminated by our Helsing. All that's left now is this Cruel Twist, the M4190. Do go ahead and pull forward and put one right into the front to bring an end to this game. Overall, I did decent. I did end on a 3rd class, which was very strange, as I'll show you in a second. I did 2.5k damage and made 57,000 credits with only having 2 kills. I'm going to go over to the team. I was top of the leaderboard with 2,000 damage. And yeah, I only made 92,000 base XP, so I guess, 3rd class is okay. And yeah, let's get on to the next replay. Alrighty, we are on Canal. I have this is from Drake21Cool, who was in my video, I believe, yesterday in the Progetto 46. So he sent me both these replays at the same time, and I'm like, I might as well stop doing tier 8 heavy tanks. Might as well use this for a review. So of course we are in the we are on Canal. We are on the north, the north spawn. We're going to pull around to the A cap, which is a good position to take, especially if you got a dominant tank destroyer team. The mediums were spotted, and we have the Annihilator that was just spotted over here. So we're going to go ahead and focus the Annihilators. We do have support of 2 heavies and a tank destroyer. The enemy M6A2E1 EX was just spotted. So we're going to go and balance all 3 shots from the Annihilator, but do take some ram damage, and put a shot into him. We are going to, of course, pull forward to try to take shots, and miss that shot since we hit his gun mantlets. We take 1 shot, and balance the other 2 as the Annihilator hits the 2 hatches. And we are going to go ahead and pull around and get some more shots on the M6. We do load AP and put one in right in next to the gun mantlets for a decent roll. And then the enemy meal was just spotted over there. We are going to go ahead and go into a side screen position. As I said, this thing is amazing. And as long as you aren't over-angling, you can get those bounces. Our EXP takes out the enemy EXP, which leaves the Emil down in this ravine, or emptied lake over here. And we do, with AP, put a nice round into him. We're going to go and pull forward on our reload and get more shots in on the Emil. We are going to take one as he hits our lower plates. We do put one into him. If you got the Emil on a angle like this and you're looking up on him, you are able to get through that turret, so that is something to keep in mind. We do take a shot, we get another one in, as we are now a one-shot to him, and we get very lucky as we have a tank pull up beside the Smasher, who puts a nice round into him and distracts him, and we take him out for our... actually, no, we don't take him out. So we're going to go ahead and pull up, and as you can see, we do have a heavy playing a TD role, and we are on a 4 versus 2. The P43 is spotted over here, and we have someone capping C base, which is the WZ-121FT. We do go ahead and put a round into him, and he is eliminated by the sniping tank, heavy tank. You're going to pull forward through the past him, and we are going to try to get shots on the FTC, the P43, and the enemy is now capping base B. Which doesn't really matter for them as they are not going to be able to redeem themselves. We do get a lucky shot into the FCM, and we bounce a shot from the, what was it? P-43. So these two tanks are going to be big noobs, as we are going to bounce them. We do take rand damage, which is okay, and we bounce him again, as he is obviously not using Primo or aiming. We go ahead and pull back, get a nice, lovely high roll, and we do take a shot from the FV, and bounce a shot from the P-43. So you can see where this is going, huh? So we do go ahead and bounce, and we get another bounce, and we do go for the lower HP target, which is the best thing. Although he probably could have gone for both, as they are both one-shots. But don't worry, he is going to pull around to the other side, and I believe we are going to eliminate him for our third kill. Right there. Overall, this was a really, really good battle, and we ended on 4.3 thousand damage. This was a well-deserved mastery. We also got high caliber and the Confederates. Steel wall as well for all the bounces, and we made over 100,000 credits. This thing is a great credit earner, as it is a decent premium tank. And we go to the team. We were top of the leaderboard. The Smasher was 2,000 damage behind, and that was 1,000 base XP. And thank you, Drake, for sending me this replay as well. Alrighty, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and drop a like, hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell to be notified when I upload in the future. If you want to see any more reviews or replays like this, of course, I will gladly accept any replays I get, whether it be through the link in the description that take you to my Discord server, where you, of course, can post any replays in the respective channel, or you can DM me the replays with the with my username and tag that is provided. I do also have an email that you can send me replays, of course with the short description, so I know what I'm looking for, primarily like what tank it is and what map and how much damage you do, and we'll see if we get them onto the channel. Again, thank you, Drake, for the replays, and yeah. Again, if you did enjoy these, let me know in the comment section if you want to see any more reviews on any other tanks. I am going to start doing a couple of tech tree tanks coming up. I'm going to probably start from tier 10 and work my way down, and we'll see where we go with that. So, a little bit to look out for in the future. And I am going to actually be starting a different series that is not Blitz. It's going to be something else. Depending on how that goes, of course, we'll continue that. And as I always say, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the battlefield.